Happy Thumbs Gaming. Booyakashow!
Hey everybody, it's Brian with Happy Thumbs Gaming. Today we're working on Propaganda 1 through 27, which are found in chapters 1 through 10 on Syndicate. Right off the bat, first level, right as we break through here, we're going to go ahead and venture around the corner. And we're going to look straight ahead on this billboard. It pretty much walks you right to this one. Believe it or not, I missed it on my first playthrough. So we're going to pretend like that footage was from my first playthrough and like I knew what I was doing, but I clearly didn't. Basically a little bit further, still chapter 1. We're going to run out in this open here. We're going to sneak down into this alley, and then I'm going to get lost in a wall that appears to be one of those old cartoon Looney Tune walls that you throw. Got stuck there. Alright, there's another one down at the bottom of the stairs. We go ahead and zap that, and we move on to Propaganda 3. We'll advance through the couple rooms there, fight off some guys in here. Once we get it all clear, you come to the bottom of the stairs, and before you go up and advance out, make sure to turn around and catch this last one for Chapter 1. Okay, we're going to skip ahead to Chapter 2 after the cinematic scene and this crazy death-defying jump off a 3-foot leap. We're going to double back behind the ship. This is right at the beginning, as you can see, Milestone 2. I have labeled all these as chapters, but just know that milestone equals chapter, or chapter equals milestone, however you want to put it. And then we're going to go ahead and move a little further in Chapter 2, and this room is obviously cleared out. I'm going to go ahead and note that I've cleared out all these rooms, and I've gone back to get these, and I recommend you do the same. It makes it easier, less panic. You know you got it. You can document it. So once we grab that giant guy there, we're actually going to just turn to our left and take a couple steps and look through this locked door and take a peek at that one at the end of the hall. Hey there! So now that we got that, we're going to skip to Chapter 3. It's important, too, that once you get into Chapter 2, you got a couple elevators to breach, a couple guys I think you got to take care of, and then once you get through the elevator, before boarding it and doing anything, walk through it and look up at that giant A on the wall. Hey, I'm up on the wall, eh? Alright, so again, cleared out the whole room here, still in Chapter 3, looking for the 8th piece. We're going to go ahead and peek through yet another locked door. No more locked doors! Alright, so after that one, we're going to turn around and go right down this escalator. A little shout out there to whoever that is. Nobody knows, nobody cares. Anyways, once we get down the escalator, we're going to turn around, run through there, turn around and through some more locked doors. These guys definitely like locked doors. I wonder if they're trying to say something. Alright, moving along to Chapter 4, right at the very beginning. I mean, this is right there, so don't get anxious and get through the level. It's right there. Gonna turn and burn and get that guy. And then, right after that, also very close to the beginning, we're going to walk through this lovely set of, I don't know, velour doors, whatever those are, and turn around, look up our booyakashow. Now there is a collectible right there, one of the business cards, but check the business card video for that. So this room I found that pretty much every room you'll see I've killed everybody, but this room I seem to have a progressive amount of guys coming. They came in threes and they never seem to stop. I fought off a bunch, you can see tons of dead bodies, but the goal is to run in there after killing a set of 3 and look down and zap that piece of propaganda. So we're going to move to Chapter 5. As soon as you obtain the minigun, you're going to take about 20 steps after hosing down a series of guys, and you're going to take a look at that A on the wall. A? No, I'm not Canadian. And no, I'm not hating on Canadians. I got lots of love for Canadians. I've even got like 1 or 2 friends from Canada. So you can't tell me I hate Canadians. This one's tricky. As soon as Milestone 6 starts, Chapter 6, go ahead and turn around and look out the elevator, and you'll see there it is on the wall across the way. And jump into Chapter 7. Most of these have a couple per chapter, but you'll notice that a couple only have one as well. We're going to come in from out in this little deck here. We're going to come around, and you might be able to get it once you get a little closer, but I found this spot to be a pretty good spot to get the whatever that is on the wall. Alright, still in Chapter 7, moving to Propaganda 16. These guys did a lot of work spreading word about their little cliques or whatever, but they sure make it hard for anybody. I mean, I guess it's the future and everybody's got chips, but what if you didn't have a dart overlay? You wouldn't know. So you can see that there's one right there. I tried to capture it from there, but you actually have to get a little tricky and jump around here. And I'm sure you could do it a lot smoother than I did, but, you know, who's counting? So once that guy is documented, we're going to move along in Chapter 7. A couple rooms down. We're going to come down this nice little set of stairs. Get stuck on a chair that clearly is, you know, smarter than I am. And before you bounce out here, you're going to want to look up to your left. Okay, moving along to chapter 8. Right as you come through to this nice open area, there is a nice little gunfight here that you're going to want to handle before to make this easy. Just run to the left and get blinded by sunlight, because in the future, apparently nobody has sunglasses. Alright, so moving along still. Chapter 8, Propaganda 19. Wooty woot. There she blows. Alright, 20. As soon as you, well, again, once you have the minigun, you're going to walk in. This one's a giant TV. That one's tricky. Must be like 3D technology or whatnot. Alright, chapter 9. Chapter 9. They talk about fear factor stuff here. Jesus. Writing on the outside of a spaceship. But again, I guess it's the future. This is probably like everyday stuff. This is probably like, you know, teenagers probably doing this stuff left and right. Nobody cares. Nobody cares, right? Alright, once you float in here, I kind of left this all here so you could make sure you knew and be prepared for it. It's actually while you're still on the ship. So before you get to the docking point that they suggest that you overload the doors and get in, you're going to want to follow around, and right as you come around this corner here, I'm going to pause it, and then I'm going to come back, and there she blows. So, yeah, not sure why I paused it, but hey, I was just thinking. So, a little bit further, once you break in, one of the first rooms you get into, you're going to want to take a look at that nice little hologram in the middle of the room, turn around to the right, and there she blows. Alright, still in chapter 9. You're going to walk into this room with a giant, sexy hologram lady. And up on the wall there is another one of those weird little symbols. I won't tell you what I think it looks like. I'll let you use your own judgment. So this next one is right here, and it does involve that hologram lady. But as I found, and this may vary for a little different people, but I had to advance basically to the stairwell here. Once I advance to the stairwell, you hear like your little communication start talking, and they say, oh, blah, blah, blah. And basically you need to get advanced security clearance. I probably didn't word that exactly how the game does, but just know that it's like executive, advanced, something security clearance. Once you achieve that, you're just going to want to walk back, and once you get back there, you're going to walk up to this nice lady here, and you're just going to overload her circuits, because that's how it works in the future. Apparently, everyone got lazy, and you just overload circuits instead of actually having to, you know, put some work in. I remember back in the good old days when you had to at least fake chow or something, you know. Anyways, as you can see me frantically running around, I left this here because I wanted everybody to know that it's not easy. There's definitely an issue. As soon as you overload it and she disappears, that is your key that you have this one. And, of course, it'll tell you once you log it as well. It took me 2 or 3 times of trying it without the clearance before I finally figured out that I needed to get clearance. So, get some clearance. This one, I don't know what I was thinking here. I just got way excited. I saw it and I ran out, and then I realized that, wow, this is a big-time ambush. So, I suggest clearing out that area first and getting that one. This one can be real tricky and easy to miss. Walking right downstairs, you kind of tend to look towards ahead of where you're going, and that one definitely could be passed by. Alright, we're about finished up here with chapter 10, and there is a tricky little spot here where you do have to call out the part of the space station there, and it swivels around. But once you do that, you hop on it, you walk around the corner, and blazam, or as Jeremy would say, and he's got me in a bad habit of, booyakashow. Alright, well that's going to go ahead and do it for Propaganda 1 through 27 through chapters 1 through 10. Hopefully you like what you saw. Hopefully this was helpful to you. A couple of those are pretty hard. Some of them are pretty easy. If you like what you see, feel free to subscribe. If you got something to say, comment or vote. And until next time.